We are talking about the Rep Fitness Pepin adjustable dumbbell cart and stand. The No Fate channel checking in. Jonathan here with the initial unboxing and review, as well as my opinion of the Rep Fitness Pepin and Quick Draw adjustable dumbbell cart, as well as the newly released information pertaining to the stand that is set to drop this February for pre-order. Damn! I'm gonna go over the pros and cons of this adjustable dumbbell cart, as well as the stand, tell you which one I think is right for me, as well as which one might be right for you. The Rep adjustable dumbbell cart has just hit the streets. People who signed up for the initial pre-order are getting theirs delivered, as you can see. Now, it does come with a price tag of $329, which is pretty high, and we're certainly gonna dive into the cost analysis. But what do you get for that?
What's in the box?
You get 94 pounds of twisted steel and dumbbell appeal. This thing is heavy. Coming in with a pretty solid weight, it arrives in one box, takes about 30 minutes to assemble, and it can hold a total of 500 pounds. Woo! As you might expect from something that costs $329 and comes from Rep Fitness, this thing just feels high end. Of course, it looks really nice, but all the edges are rounded, and whatever coating they use feels nice and glossy and smooth. The caster wheels are beefy. While this thing can hold 500 pounds, you need something that's going to be able to handle the ability to move that 500 pounds. Now, I've got it loaded up with approximately 250 pounds, and when I spin it on these caster wheels, it does still have a buttery smooth motion. But when you lock those caster wheels down, it won't go anywhere. Now, it also comes with a rubber mat on the top shelf and the bottom. It has a pre-cut rubber mat, which is nice because it deadens the sound when you're putting the plates or any equipment back, as well as taking them off. But it's nice that it's pre-cut because you don't have to go out and try to do some fugazi thing where you set it up and cut it out yourself.
Forget about it.
It also has 8 slots for your micro plates. Now, for you mathematicians, you're gonna recognize that, hey, you only need 4 slots. Why do they have 8? Rep Fitness has already talked about making smaller micro plates for each of their products, allowing you to do more selectorized jumps in weight. So if you, instead of going 5 pounds intervals, you could go as low as 2.5 pounds. Now, what you can't see, because the dumbbells are already here, there are selectorized holes allowing you to bolt the cradles of both the Quick Draws and the Pepins right to the cart.
I'm not leaving.
This cart hasn't missed any meals. But the reality is, yes, it does have a big footprint, but this cart is all about storage, not just the dumbbells on the top, as well as more clearance for other accessories that you might want to have. But you've got this whole entire bottom shelf that you can put whatever you can dream up. I'm talking kettlebells, slam balls, your weight belt, accessories, whatever you can fit, this thing can hold, because again, it's got that 500-pound capacity. You also have an entirely metal frame, meaning anything that's magnetized, like your home gym magnetic hooks, allow you to attach anything and everything, including your attachments, to this. To add to that, on the side, you've got pegboard. So you can get your bands, your chains, your weight belt, whatever you want on the side of this. Now, if you are concerned about increasing the width of this cart because of the extension of this pegboard, the pegboard works in reverse order. If you wanted to use the pegboard on the inside, hopefully you guys can see this, on the inside, you could connect it over here and clip in on the inside just as easy as the outside. Now, let's talk about this bottom shelf. Most times when you've got a deep shelf on the bottom, anything that you put in the back is forgotten about. I will tell you, it's super hard to get access to. What Rep Fitness did to counter this, besides putting caster wheels, they made this back entirely open. So you can just swing this thing around and grab any kettlebells or slam balls from the rear without having to kind of break your back, break your hump, and bend over and kind of try to pull out a super heavy kettlebell from the front. You can just spin it around and grab it from the backside. For those of you storing your ultra heavy Rep Pepins on the floor or even on a plyo box, you can rejoice because this thing has this beautiful, almost U-shaped cutout.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Now this cutout may not seem like much, but when coupled with the height of the cart, I found this to be very easy to take the dumbbells out and put them back with a lot less stress on my lower back than when I use the powerblocks stand that you see in the back corner. Ideally, the best situation is if you can walk all the way in between the dumbbells and literally just stand up with the dumbbells at your side. That would be a neutral position, and that is where the stand is going to come in. Now, Rep Fitness in the past had teased out the stand, and they said that it was going to be released Q1 of 2025. Well, recently they gave us a whole lot more detail about that stand. You should be able to get your whole body in and again, pull those dumbbells up. It shouldn't matter ideally between the cart or the stand when it comes to lower weight, but when you're grabbing like 100 pounds or 125 pound dumbbells, every bit of help does matter when you're getting them out of the cradle. Now, I, for one, did not expect it to be released as early as February for pre-order, and I think that's a good thing for the consumer. Clearly, Rep Fitness knows that there is a high demand and is trying to get this thing out the door as fast as possible. But what's even better about the news that they gave us on the stand is that it will come in 3 colors. It's also going to come with the option to have wheels if that's something you want, or not have wheels. And another thing I didn't realize is that you're going to be able to adjust the height. So if you're a shorter individual or you want the dumbbells a little bit lower, you can go all the way down. But if you're taller like me, you can go all the way up. And you can actually adjust the angle slightly of where the dumbbells sit in that stand. Now, one point of concern was the cost, because up until now they hadn't mentioned what it was going to cost. I assumed it was going to cost pretty close to what this cost. They claim it's going to be under $300. So I'm going to guess $270 or $289 delivered, just because the shipping prices and the tariffs and the prices of everything are just going up these days. Also, I would expect that if you do go with the caster wheels, they may try to upcharge you on that, but that's just the name of the game.
I want the truth!
I want you to comment down below, what do you think is going to be better for your home gym? The adjustable dumbbell cart or the adjustable dumbbell stand? Cost. Now, we always believe that our home gym equipment should probably cost a whole heck of a lot less. But when you think about it, I gotta believe that $329 is actually a pretty good price point for this cart. First off, it's got a 500-pound capacity, weighs 94 pounds. Picture trying to ship 94 pounds of anything from California or Pennsylvania, where their warehouses are located, to your home. I guarantee you right off the top, that's like $75 to $100 just to get it across the country. On top of that, you get the warranty, you get all of the bells and whistles that Rep Fitness is known for in terms of the color choices, in terms of the specific slots for your micro plates, the pegboard on the sides, as well as the pre-cut mats. I'll tell you right now, if you don't like that $329 price tag, you're not gonna like it anymore in the future, because prices are only going up. That's just how history has taught us, that price points go up because of inflation, because of shipping, costs, overhead, etc., etc., etc. I guarantee you in December of this year, this thing's probably gonna be looking at $50 more than the price tag is right now.
No.
And Rep Fitness has been known to do that. They've put out pre-orders with an initial cost, and then once they see what the demand is, or once they realize what their expenses are, they simply bring that price point up. Easy case in point are these Pepins. When they first came out, when I first bought them, they were less than they are now. And I guarantee you, as of right now, they're gonna be a lot less than they will be 12 months from now. Now, you can go with the custom cart, and when you look at the prices of the custom cart, Black Widow being the #1 custom cart for Rep Pepins at the moment, that cart starts off at $450 plus shipping. And I will tell you, when I priced out the one that I wanted with like my own color and this and that, I was looking at like $650, which makes this $329 cart look like it has a whole heck of a lot more value. Even though this dumbbell cart costs more money and has a larger footprint than their respective stand that's set to be released for pre-order shortly, I think a lot of people are going to gravitate towards the cart because of that extra storage. You can put your dumbbells on top, your kettlebells on the bottom, your slam balls, all your accessories, your wrist wraps, any Any clips that are magnetic, you can just stick right on the side. I mean, a lot of people are gonna love really kind of fine tuning where they put a lot of their knickknacks and stuff that they use, knee sleeves, chains, whatever you can dream of, you could store on here. And the more time you have with it, the more you can really finesse where stuff is. And as I mentioned, because you've got this opening in the back, even if you store a whole bunch of stuff on that bottom shelf, it's not unreachable. Ideally, I think this is going to be meant for people with big gyms. Reason being, when you have a big gym and you're grabbing a pair of dumbbells and you're lugging them all the way over to your adjustable bench, it can be a set in and of itself. Something like this, you could set it up, you can push it right into the position of where you're going to be training for the day or for that part of the workout, and you can just go to town. And when you're all said and done, you can pack it up nice and neat like a drum and put it against the corner, put it in the wall, put it out of the way. Conversely, there's going to be a number of people that absolutely hate this dumbbell cart. And it doesn't have to do with the price tag, because at $329, that's actually a pretty decent deal. I mean, the cart, which is gonna come in a lot less in terms of size and weight, is probably gonna be only $40 cheaper. And in today's day and age, $40 will get you like a dozen eggs and a gallon of gas. It's not going very far. So in the long term, that $40 isn't a factor at all. But some people, they've got a really small home gym. They wanna set up their adjustable dumbbells in one spot and leave them there. And in that case, you're probably gonna wanna go with the stand. You can get your whole body in, save some money, and you can adjust the height as well as the angle. You get 3 color options, and frankly, again, when you compare it to the Black Widow or some of the other custom dumbbell adjustable carts that are coming out, $300 or less is actually a steal. I can't believe I'm saying that. I'm so old. That seems like a massive amount of money, but the reality is it's just not. Looking at the competition, even looking at some of the junk stuff on Amazon, that's gonna run you like $150 to $200. So $300 for something that's relatively premium and dialed in specifically for quick draws and the Rep Pepin adjustable dumbbells is probably the right choice to make. For those of you that are bent out of shape when it comes to the price points of the cart, as well as the stand or even the customized stands that are being sold around the country, there is another option, and that is to build your own. I know that seems far-fetched, but not only have I seen it done online, so you know it must be true, I know a few people that actually did it themselves. And it doesn't take more than like $50 or $80 in lumber. Of course, it does take your time and your ability to saw stuff without cutting off your thumbs and maybe a coat of paint or two, but you could make yourself a stand for substantially less money. Is it gonna work? Yes. Will it get the job done? Sure. Are you gonna like it or have it look as nice as a stand? Probably not, but beggars can't be choosers. Now, 2 things that are absolutely free and won't cost you anything when it comes to these Rep Fitness Pepin adjustable dumbbells are these 2 videos. Hey, the best thing you can do for this channel is watch those 2 videos next. As usual, thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back.